be more. That's Baltimore for all them haters. Two fat guys. No more waiting. Two fat guys. Podcast. Talk for all them haters. Two fat guys. No more waiting. Two fat guys. Podcast. Two fat guys. Oh, y'all thought it was over, huh? Hey, Crazy. Hey, Dan, come tell us.
Talk your talk, man. Talk your talk, brother.
I got something I gotta say. Say it loud. Hey, yo, worldwide exclusive. Two fat guys. Two fat guys. Podcast. Yeah. Two fat guys. Two fat guys. Podcast. Two fat guys. Two fat guys. Two fat guys. Podcast. Two fat guys. Two fat guys. Podcast.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Psycho Worldwide, in association with One Mind Entertainment, proudly brings to you two of the greatest podcast hosts in the world. I am Crazy Kevin. He is Dan Jones, and we are Two Fat Guys Podcast. What it do? What it do? What it do, my dude? What's good with you, fam?
Man, what's good with you, man? I had a good little weekend outside in the rain, having a ball, having a blast. I don't know what's going on today, but the energy is different. Energy is different today. It's very unique today.
I mean, well, tomorrow's Father's Day. So,
Absolutely.
Tomorrow's Father's Day. So shout out to all of the fathers out there. Shout you out right now just in case so that way we can't forget. I mean, we wouldn't forget our dads anyway. But just in case the shenanigans get out of hand, which they always do, we want to shout out our dads today. And and shout out to the moderator, wifey. She's signed on right now. So and we know that everything is going to come together on this show. Man, we got let's talk about let's because a lot took place in WWE this week. And a lot from last week to this week is a lot that took place. We had R-Truth coming back as Ron Killings, which I'm loving.
TNA R-Truth.
TNA R-Truth, right. When he called that white girl Huzzy during an interview. We got that Ron Killings. We got Jey Uso dropping the belt, the Gunther. I'm mad that he dropped the belt, but I'm mad at how Raw went off. That was a perfect time for Seth Rollins to cash in, sing your two goons out, beat the brakes off of him. Easy 1, 2, 3 for Seth, and we start a whole new storyline.
Cashing in on Punk, bro. He's cashing in on Punk.
How you gonna cash in on Punk? Punk ain't gonna beat Cena at Night of Champions. Cody gonna bring that back. I'm telling you right now. I already called one thing in the chat when I was like, when the news came out that the Usos might be reuniting. I called that after Xavier Woods dropped the thing, the little clip.
He was laughing at Jay.
Right. I was like, don't be surprised we get an Uso run back against the New Day, where the Usos is faces now and the New Days is heel. And the report came out that they might be running back. I'm like, if it happened, let it be known. I said it first.
Man, you heard Rikishi going off.
Man, you know what? I'm going to be a buck with you. I said this before. As much respect to Rikishi and everything that he's done for the business. I know that's your kids. But sometimes as a parent, you got to sit back. And somebody that knows the business like he does, you need to chill, bruh. Like, stop.
They're gonna lose my world title to somebody who's a part-time YouTuber. Stop.
Right. At least he beat Paul. You know what I mean? If he'd have dropped the belt to Paul, I probably would have stopped watching wrestling. The podcast probably would have came to an end, and I would just have to go on a summit somewhere and just be secluded for a couple years because that's how long
It's
it's
gonna
going to
become
take. I don't like Logan Paul. Like, and it's not even like the character. I don't like Logan Paul. I don't like his brother. Freak Prime Energy, Freak Impulsive Podcast. I don't like them, yo. I don't. You're Disney kids that wild out when you got older. That's what you are. You're Disney kids that wild out when you got older. And I said it.
Strong, sir.
What you say?
That's strong as hell.
It's how I feel, yo. It's
You
how I
called him a
feel.
musketeer, bro.
They were. But now that's off my chest.
Exhale, bro. God damn.
You're supposed to go there. But you mentioned YouTuber. So it's maybe I have to take my shot. Anyway, yo, so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are debuting a new topic. Oh, and this episode 2, season 3. Season 3. Can we get a horn? There we go.
Another one.
Another one. So
Yeah.
season 3, episode 2. This is Bosses. And we got Cookie Courtney Donaldson, who just joined the chat. What up, Courtney?
What up,
Thank you
Courtney?
for being on there. We appreciate the support and love. Excuse me, but we're starting a new series today called Bosses. And boss is exactly what it sounds like. When you are boss in your own lane, you doing you, and can't nobody else tell you how to do it because you know what you're doing. We are going to be talking to entrepreneurs, people who have started their own business, people who have found their way into their own lane. Shout out to Sarah Rowe. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming to join us. We appreciate you. The moderator, like I said, is in the building. She is saying hi to everybody in the chat. So make sure y'all speak to her, say hi to everybody in the chat. Yeah. So we're doing bosses, like I said. And this boss that we bringing on, Danny Danny just happened to come across this cat on TikTok. And Danny was like, yo, we got to get this cat on the show. I'm going to reach out to him. And Danny reached out. He immediately hit us back. He was for it. He was ready to be down with us last month when the initial season 3 launch was supposed to happen, but we reached out and was like, hey, we're gonna have to push things back. And he was very understanding. Most people be like, well, you messing with my time. I got things to do. He wasn't even like that. This cat was like, yo, just let me know when y'all ready. I will make time for y'all. And we definitely appreciate that because we know time is money and money is time. Yeah. So we appreciate this dude. But before I really get into this cat, I want to show you what he about. Because I can show you better than I can tell you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So y'all already seen what this brother about. Right. Yeet. So let me tell you a little bit about this brother. His name is J. Chris Moore. He is a teacher, director, and choreographer born and raised in the city of Angels. That is LA, Los Angeles, for those who don't know. With his roots in his roots as a street dancer, Jay has formulated his own style of hip-hop based off the fundamentals of hip-hop and freestyle. With over 25 years experience in the dance community as a director, choreographer, dancer, and judge, and 18 years of working in the LA industry, he has worked with artists such as your boy Usher, MC Hammer,
Uh-oh.
Kanye West, Missy
Yeah.
Elliott, licking Cool James. Sorry, L Cool J.
What? What?
Snoop Dogg, Anderson
Wow.
Paak. Oh, we gotta ask him about Anderson Paak. B2K, Kiki Palmer, Bay Area's very own E40, and most recently, the Yeet King himself, former world WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Jay Uso. Yeet. He has also choreographed for acts on America's Got Talent. Me and wifey stay watching AGT. And Jay has shifted his gears and has directed his goals towards marrying the world of dance and sports entertainment by creating the group Walkout, which does various shows performing to WWE and AEW superstars' music. And his personal quote says, "It's not about social media views and fame. It's about inspiring others to appreciate the gift of dance and to spread the love and the movement." Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for Mr. J. Chris Moore.
What's good with y'all? What's good, y'all?
Welcome to the
One
show,
word.
sir. Welcome to the show. Now, you on a 3-hour time difference, so it's 5 o'clock where you at. So you still got the rest of the night. We over here. It's getting dark. So
I got the sunlight. I got the good light.
right, you still got the good light. You still got
About to
the
hit the
good light.
golden hour in a minute.
You know what? The one thing I want to do in the Bay Area is actually like just check out a sunset. Like I want to go to the Bay Area and check out a sunset this one day. Yeah,
You got to, man. Especially over in downtown in SF, and you see the sunset coming over throughout the skyline. It's a nice thing to see, man. And then immediately the fog comes in and takes it away. But that moment that you have is great, though. It's great.
I won't lie, I did it in Vegas and it was too hot. I couldn't even see it at the time. I had sweat all over my eyes. Couldn't breathe. It was humid. I think I lost 2 tones in my mustache. Man, it's crazy.
One thing I will say about California, because I've been to San Jose. California is hot during the day, but at night when you get that Pacific breeze, it is cold. Like it completely freezes. You like, this is not what they talked about. They don't tell you get cold here.
Yeah, it gets different. It gets different. It's different from day to night. That's for sure. Depending on where you at. I mean, the further you get away from the water, then you just lose all coldness together, and it's just different levels of hot. You get hot, then you get really hot, then you get disrespectfully hot, and then you get everything else that happens in the Inland Empire. So that's basically it.
But you know what's funny though? I always used to hear LA cats how they complain about how hot it is, but then they come over here to Maryland or to the East Coast and they get introduced to something called humidity.
Nah, you can have that. Y'all keep that.
The humidity different.
Humidity ain't for people with dreadlocks either. Nah.
No, that's it. Your hair got to be used to the humidity because we got dreads over here, but they was born over here, so they had used to that dread.
They was twisted in that environment, so
Right.
it's in there. It's in there.
Right. So, Nicole Campbell, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. So as y'all saw in the highlight video, he is a dancer. He has performed for WWE. You saw the Seth Rollins dance. You saw the shirt at the end of the clip, WWE. So he is a true wrestling fan. And in the bio that I read, he has danced for Jey Uso and Usher and a bunch of other people. So
you gotta say it like that every time you say Usher. You have to say it like that.
Usher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Ushera. Let me stop. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. The real ones know.
Oh, yeah, man. I've been listening to Usher since my way. So
we all know what time it is when he said it gets going.
What'd you say?
We all know what time it is when he said it gets going. 7 o'clock.
On the dot.
I'm in my drop top.
Cruising the street.
And he ain't gonna turn around and switch the lyrics up like we didn't hear the whole way. We knew what the original lyric was. He tried to give it to the Mandela effect. Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I saw that video. It was like I saw that video. I forgot who it was. What
Who's in the streets? Not who's in the streets.
Right. Nah, I forgot what comedian called him out. Because that comedian, I forgot what comedian did the clip. He was like, "Nah, nigga, nah, we ain't doing this. This song been out for 20-something years now. Stop playing with me."
Right.
And you'll ruin a lot of people's childhood if you change the lyrics up. Like what?
Yep.
No, we're not doing that. But So, Danny,
Yes.
questions.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I got caught up in this whole thing, man. Listen. So my question is to you, sir. Who inspired you to do dance? Out of all the things you could do in your life, you chose dance. Like what inspired you or who inspired you?
I mean, I can give you the real emotional, heartfelt, and motivational answer, or I can give you the truth. Which one do you want to hear?
Give us a combination.
Well,
All right.
based on what's
Basically,
going on in
my
the
whole
country
life
right
I
now.
wanted to be an athlete. You know what I mean? So growing up, I played a lot of sports, and then my parents, well, my pops was very musically inclined. So in high school, I was playing sports, and I was in the band as well. So I ended up getting hurt playing sports, and then kind of went through that whole like I hate my life. I'm never going to play sports again. I'm just miserable at the world. But at the same time, still in the marching band, so I'm still associated with the school dance team. So
Right.
basically, long story short, I was approached by some people to see if we wanted to start an all male dance team at the school. We were part of the breakdancing club already, so I approached the dance team coordinator and said, "Hey, we want to start an all male dance team." He looked at me, laughed, and said, "Who is going to start an all male dance team?" And I was like, "Us," and proceeded to point to myself and three of my Asian friends. Um, and he was just like kind of like didn't take us serious, and then he said, okay, if you want to do this, then show up to the rehearsal later on. I showed up with the breaking club. We proceeded to do a bunch of solos and a bunch of really bad individual moves, and he was like, hey, it's cool, go ahead, it's fine. So we started this dance team. I did that my senior year of high school, and then went into college. Everybody but me stopped dancing because they realized that it wasn't that cool to be going into college and being a dancer at that time. I stuck with it, and now 25 years later, I'm getting messages on Facebook and Instagram like, "Man, I really wish I kept on dancing when we went to college and da 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 da." So that's basically how it went. It just kind of wanted to do something that was always going to be able to be performative. You know, like I always wanted to either be on certain stages or be able to just kind of showcase passion, whether it was through music or whether it's through movement. And then that's what kind of carried me on through my 20s and then through my 30s as well. Once I became a choreographer and I realized that I have an ability to have like artistic vision and kind of some direction with my movement, that's when I started
Mm-hmm.
to be more inclined to take chances and do things that people aren't necessarily doing, because now I have the ability to understand what my movement does and who I can reach. And then now, towards the latter part of my career, I've just kind of got into this mode where I'm just like, there's no need to try to impress people anymore. Just do what feels good, do what feels right. And that's what's keeping me motivated. And one thing that I've always loved from childhood, sports entertainment, professional wrestling. And I feel like it's something that we can attach ourselves to, because there's always that one wrestler that we can relate to their storyline at that time, and we build that attachment to it. And if I can do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing that I do with conveying an emotion with choreography that these superstars do with their characters to us, and I can marry those two things together, then that's something that I feel like has a legacy and something that can kind of live on and can be a whole new arc for how people view choreography. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now, and just trying to get people to appreciate and not be afraid to marry their passions with something that they're actually good at the same time. And trying to, a lot of people try to keep things separate or are ashamed of certain hobbies or passions that they have. Nah, I'm all about
There's no
marrying the
point in
two
being
things.
ashamed. No
No,
point in
you
being
definitely.
ashamed, man. 'Cause one of your dance moves, I thought you about to body slam somebody, bro. You I was like,
It's
yo,
coming. It's
what is
coming. Please, it's
this?
coming.
Oh
We
my.
working. We working on bumps now. Learning how to take certain bumps because we got to marry them all the way. So
So let me ask you this: what
Somebody
would
gonna get the
you?
stunner.
Because I know your thing said hip hop and freestyle, but I guess like, would you consider yourself more well rounded when it comes to that? Because one of the videos I seen, you was crunking out, and I know that's mainly like a down south thing. Um, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know crap about dance. I just know what they look like because I got kids.
See,
But I
that's
was
my difference. I'm like, crump is like West Coast, ain't it?
well, I mean, it's
And
global
crunk
now, but it definitely
is South,
started in L.A. Yeah, definitely started
right?
in L.A.
So it's
Um,
crump and crunk.
yes, two separate
Because
things.
crunk,
It's
we
two
just
separate.
jumping around
right,
in the air,
right,
elbowing.
Mm.
right. But I've seen no. That's something completely different. That was that's not that. That's that is not that.
That is downtown
I,
Baltimore Tunnel.
right. I be fighting people. You jump up in the air. I'm spinning you out the air. You want to jump up in the air and try to elbow me? I'm power slamming you in midair.
You're getting
Like,
spine buster. A spine buster is coming next.
right, it's coming next. Right.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna make you.
God.
I'm gonna make you recalculate your
Concrete.
entire life from conception.
Yes.
Damn,
But
son.
do so? I guess I'm asking is, do you lock in to just like the hip hop freestyle, or do you embrace like other regions, like down south or like East Coast Jersey? Because New Jersey has a certain style of dance,
Hmm.
so forth and so on. So do you incorporate all that in what you do and try to embrace the different dance cultures?
I definitely do. I'm definitely try to be as pure as I can to whatever type of style that I'm tapping into. I've been dancing for a long time, so I've had the ability to train with a lot of really um, influential street dancers, some pioneers of certain styles, and just being able to be broken down and built up and trained in the proper way, and being able to utilize that to influence my choreography. A big part of it is thinking about, once again, who that superstar is and where they may derive from. So like someone like Trick Williams, who I know comes from South Carolina, comes from the South, I'm really going to make sure I have a certain bounce in my movement because I want to embody Trick Williams just in the choreography form.
All right,
Seth
so
Rollins, Seth Rollins, super aggressive, all those drums, all those breakdowns. Okay, I have to crump. It's super aggressive. I have to tap into that. So that's kind of how I'm
Yes.
trying to
Yeah.
formulate.
all right, so let me ask you this, because you mentioned Trick Williams, you mentioned Seth Rollins. I saw one of your routines, performances, but this guy, he is a WWE Hall of Famer, but he is no longer with the company.
Hmm.
He is an AEW, and he's
Yes.
not even American. He's not even from this country.
Hmm.
If we're talking about Edge, aka Adam Copeland, aka Cope, that annoys me. Cope, it cringes, and this makes
Does it
you
count that he
cringe.
live in North Carolina now?
Um, Currently, yes, that is his
Right.
American state, but he is still not from this country.
Hmm.
So
I
how
tried.
did
I
you
tried.
come and then like his song is very rockish, very edgy rock. How did you come up with the routine for Edge, Adam Copeland?
Well, Edge is it's weird because Edge is he's in my top three. So of all time, my top three is very like unique. My top three is Bret Hart, Razor Ramon, and Edge,
So
and all in all those forms. So
two
I
Can-
mean,
two
I
Canadians,
mean,
and one fake Scarface. Got you.
right? But see, it's Razor Ramon, not Scott Hall. So
No,
it's the WWE version of his persona. You know what I mean? Not
right.
so
That's why
much the
I think
glory
that's what.
years. You know?
Right, exactly. That's why I said
Yeah.
Scarface.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah. The
persona he
oozing
was.
machismo. Like that's my guy. Toothpick, So
Right.
and so Edge, I
Yeah.
think that when he came back in that Royal Rumble, like something
Oh
like
my
sparked.
god.
And that song in that song, it never hit the same until then. And that song has always just like resonated with me. So for out of all the rock songs that I've had to choreograph to, that one has probably been the easiest because like every time I hit it, it's like tearjerker kind of like it just sparks that emotion. And I remember how I felt when he returned. Like none of us thought he was coming back unless you knew, unless you really was on that in there.
Yeah.
Like but none of us, he
Yeah.
wasn't even on the thought. He wasn't even on the radar. You know what I mean?
Not
So
even.
and it sucks because I feel like there hasn't been a pop like that. The closest thing was CM Punk, but we knew we just was like when. But that pop always was like something that was so special. So I that was actually one of the first songs I wanted to choreograph to, but I needed to like build up to it because I was like, let me see if I can do the Jay Usos and do all these other ones first, so I can feel super confident and comfortable to be like, all right, now I'm ready to going with Edge too as well. So and this is still probably like that routine itself will probably continue to kind of get revamped a little bit just because I'm probably going to be really meticulous about that one. So
That's understandable. I'm gonna tell you this.
That's your guy. You supposed to.
Right. I'm gonna tell you this, and Danny don't even know this. My wife does because she was in the room when it happened. That Royal Rumble
Kevin,
that
don't
you
tell me
speak
you was
of.
a break dancer, bro. Please don't
No,
tell me you was a
hell
break
no,
dancer.
hell no, hell
Uh,
no. I was a double dutcher, but anyway, that's a story for another day.
I was a marching band.
um, that Royal Rumble that you speak of, like you said, nobody knew. Nobody knew he was coming, but you always know it's a surprise. Somebody's
Right.
coming, and when they counted down and that long pause took place, I was like, "Oh, it's somebody special. It's somebody special." And I'm not gonna lie, when I heard "You Think You Know Me," I screamed. I mean, I completely screamed like a white girl in a horror movie. I was just gone. And my wife is like, "What is wrong with you? Like, why are you?" And she's watching this, but she's not connected the way we are when it comes to wrestling. So to
Right.
see Edge come back, I know that feeling that you have, especially if he's one of your top three. That was emotional. Like
Mhm.
I got teary eyed seeing this man walk back out for the first time in like umpteen years. It
Yeah.
was just like, because this was the guy you thought would never come back to wrestle. Like this was the guy you thought the last time we saw him in any type of wrestling capacity was when he announced that he had to retire
Yeah.
after that TLC match. No, the ladder match against Alberto Del Rio.
Grant. Now
Yeah.
listen, if Big E come back to the Royal Rumble next year, it's over. His pop is gonna be bigger than Edge's, bro.
It might. I mean, is it going to be bigger than Well, I mean,
I don't think, as much as I love Big E, I don't think his pop is going to reach like it's going. He's going to get a pop just because like we miss him, but not like Edge or CM Punk. Not like that. You know, it won't be goosebumps as The Rock was.
You'll get a chill if you'll get a chill, but it won't be that. Oh nah, bro, we good.
you're
Right.
gonna get a chill, and then you're gonna look at who's in the ring, and then be like, "Well, damn, he in the ring with Rusev. He in the ring with you know what I mean?" Like so.
all power hitters like yo, he might
Yeah,
as well
exactly. Like this ain't gonna be
he
very
ain't gonna
good.
take all that.
Nah,
Yeah.
but I think, but I would love to see E in the ring. Yeah, I would love to see Big E in the ring. So let's transition just a little bit here, Jay. So you named your top three. I was going to ask you who was your favorite wrestlers.
Okay.
What is your how did you get into wrestling? Like, what was the moment in your childhood where you was like, yeah, this is it. I'm locked in for life.
I'm pretty sure it was my pops. I don't remember exactly how. It's just like because I'm an '80s baby, so it's like you just
Same.
wake up, you look to your left, and all of a sudden there's a Hulkamania T-shirt there for I don't even know how I even got there, and then I look to my right, and there's a Ultimate Warrior pillow person just like this. So and then so it's just kind of it was always there, you know. Andre the Giant showing up on TV shows, and you know like Married with Children with King Kong Bundy and
Oh
stuff
my
like that.
God.
So yeah,
Wow.
I'm definitely aging myself, but at the same time, it just seems like throughout the '80s and the '90s, sports entertainment was more intertwined with television culture. They were
Right.
like making more appearances on TV, so it was just always there. And it wasn't until maybe like the 2000s era when like reality TV started getting like really really popping that a lot of people kind of I felt like dialed away from wrestling a little bit, and that was maybe like around the Ruthless Aggression era time frame.
Right.
But I just feel like it's just always been there. And I mean, it was like soap opera for us. You know what I mean? It was live action Power Rangers. It was something you can do with the homies outside, you know, like when you don't we just go outside and play, let's go outside, let's wrestle. All you needed was a mattress and some space.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
so I feel like it's really, really hard to pinpoint, you know, when
Nah, that's fair. That
you
is
know,
that.
just always been there.
No, that is definitely fair.
Everybody has different times where they reacted to it different, like you said. So I think mine would have been when I was 3. Kev's would have been like when he was like around before slavery, but we was all with it.
I'm gonna let you have that one, yo.
Bad.
I'm gonna let
You
you
older than
have
us,
that
bro.
one, yo.
You
Well,
got holes when Martin Luther King got holes. I'm just saying.
nah, what? What? First of So you getting me back when you get me back from when we was off air. Got you. Uh you know, retaliation's coming.
Receipts.
Receipts all day
Yes,
long.
sir. Receipts is coming. And I'm gonna give you CVS receipts.
I'm sorry, Courtney, HBU will always so historical black universities will always be your favorite wrestler?
Those are
HBK,
crazy.
bro.
Those are important wrestlers. Those are
They're very important
Yeah.
wrestlers.
I
yes.
think he meant to put HBK.
She did.
But
She
you know,
corrected
probably
us
eating
up.
a donut or a chicken wing probably got stuck.
She corrected.
Yeah.
She said I meant HBK. I mean, like, look, my mama always said I only know what you say. I only understand what you say. You said HBU. So
But he said, "How about you? I'll be
Yeah,
fine. How about you?"
I'll be okay.
Oh, that might have been a Samoan that we never heard about, like Habu. I don't
Abu.
know.
That's the third head. That was the manager of Umaga's cousin that was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but also was in GCW.
Oh my God! Like, damn, he just went there with
Yeah.
that. Now,
Okay. So since we're
this
hitting that point, how do you feel about Hikaleo being signed to SmackDown?
Well, see, the thing
Because he
is,
did his dark match,
hasn't
right?
he secretly been on the roster since COVID? I feel like this man has been signed and been kept in the bullpen forever. Like I thought they were going to
Yeah,
debut
he was.
Zilla before they debuted him. You know what I mean? So
He
I,
was on the papers.
yeah, he was one of the
He was
faces
on the
in
papers.
Thunderdome in the Thunderdome. So he's been
God damn.
around, and I just been waiting for them to. I think it's because they didn't have a big person to put him against, like a giant. You know,
They should put him
so
in
maybe.
NXT and let him go up against what's that boy name that won LFG?
Oh, what is his name?
Cat Jasper.
Jasper. Man, they
Jasper.
did him
Jasper
dirty with
Jordan.
that name though. That name is very. They
First
could
of
have.
all,
Slavish, slave
all right.
masters.
Thank you. I didn't want to say it, but I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
say
mean,
it.
but that's the name. But
Yeah,
that's the name he had now. LFG. So
he would. I should have. He should have been like Jay Troy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
look,
Jasper.
Or just
You
Jasper. He could
sound like
win
you
just as
on.
Jasper. Like
nah,
You sound like
nah,
you on
nah,
the
nah. That's that
Queen
Vince
K or
McMahon
something.
thing. That's that Vince McMahon thing, giving you one name.
like
Like,
Elijah,
remember,
Elias,
remember, Big E was Big E Langston. All of a sudden, he just became Big E.
Big
Now
E
we gonna
Langston.
call him E.
Yo, but remember on the I don't know if you ever heard the New Day podcast. Big E always bring that up. He'd be like, "I had a last name at one point. I don't know what happened to it. Now
Left it
I'm
backstage.
just a letter. Like I showed up one day, Big E. He's I was big. He's I left one night, Big E Langston. I came back. It was like you Big E from now on. Like I ain't got no last name.
Like
He
you
left
Big
his
E, and
last
you
name
better
in
just hop
Gorilla
out these
Position.
bootios and be happy about it. Just keep on playing the trombone, boy. That's all you gotta do.
All
Look,
right.
look, man. I got a
And get
box of
some
Udios.
pancakes from your nuts. Get out. That's
Yeah,
nasty.
that's all.
That's nasty. That's nasty. Throwing pancakes at kids that fresh from your nuts. What is wrong with you?
Yo, when Xavier Woods let that out, yo, I was like, yo, ugh. It was like Big E. Big E don't wear no underwear and no singlets.
And then you slapping little kids in the face. Like what is
Yo,
wrong with you?
when Corey Graves found out,
He
because
wear
you know how many times Corey got hit with them pancakes in the face,
oh,
yeah?
he
When,
wearing the same fit as Braun Breaker. So picture Braun Breaker doing that. It's a whole different story when Braun Breaker does that. They
And then you running at 45 miles an hour. You steaming up sweat, bro. That ain't syrup. That ain't syrup.
and Big E sweated
Oh
easily.
God.
Big
it's
E
super
Oh
sweated.
easy.
God.
It's
Super
super easy.
easy. He did not put. There was no water on his body. He wasn't putting a water bottle on his body when he's walking through the gorilla. Nah, he was.
No,
That
he
was
was
pure
already
sweat.
sweating.
Yeah.
Yo, Xavier Woods is like, Big
Got
E
on
don't
wearing
wear
this
no
long ass
underwear.
biker boys vest.
Hey, he's like, Big E don't wear no underwear under that singlet, so all them flapjacks is they touching. I was like,
Well, you know what? I honestly believe that's why Reg Holler let him go. He got a whiff of that and just slip right off on him.
Yep.
It's a Reg like it ain't my fault. He's slippery. Like a walking bottle of baby oil. I don't know what to tell you.
no Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy, no doubt.
No, did no doubt.
All right. So
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Courtney said, "You got it, J. Chris." I'm assuming she's referring to the HBK thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes she just random, but we love her though. Uh,
Too many cookies. Too many cookies.
what? Who is your favorite dancer? Let me ask you that. Like in the industry, who is your favorite dancer? Like the person that you would love to watch or work with?
Well, I mean, my favorite dancer all time. Rest in peace to my brother is Twitch.
Okay,
That's
R.I.P.
my
Twitch.
favorite dancer of all time, and my favorite dancer to watch, like someone that I could just never get tired of, currently is probably Keita the Great right now. I've
Mm.
known him since he was like a little 12, since he was like 9, 10, 11, 12. So to
Okay,
see him go from there to
Yeah.
now being on tour with Kendrick Lamar and just being this getting a whole solo, like dancers don't usually get solos on somebody's tour because it's all about the artist. But Kendrick was like, nah, I'm gonna let this boy go off because he's just that good. So seeing someone like Keita the Great do his thing, and then I guess, to be cliche, Michael, you know,
Okay, good.
Michael was one of them. You
I
know,
don't think
and I
that's
think
cliche. I
Kid,
don't
his
think
I
that's
body
mean
control is
because you got to think. Let's
crazy.
think about. Let's compare it this way. Michael Jackson, in a way, is similar to John Cena because Michael Jackson also only had 6 moves, just like John Cena only had 6 moves. But the thing about it is, Michael Jackson perfected those moves, and Michael Jackson had the ability to make you entertained to where you waited for him to hit that moonwalk every single time. You know it's coming.
yeah,
No, he's going to do it, but the way he does it, the way he does that turn, the way he does his a turn, a
right.
toe stall, a moonwalk, a kick, a point, and a crotch grab. Different variations. Just puts them in different orders, and you're gonna
Damn.
get that.
You know
And
what? I
he'll just
never
stand
noticed
there.
that. Like,
Just
my entire
You see my
46
mind over
years,
here like one,
think
two,
about it.
three.
Think about it. John Cena. Now count John Cena's move list.
it's like the 5 moves of doom. Yes.
Yep. And then now he goes in the ring, he stands there and he waits. Or he goes in the ring and he demands attention. Same thing with Michael. Michael will go on stage and just stand there.
And just stand there.
So it's funny that you say that because it came out. Because he
That
did
just
the
gave me
first
a headache.
halftime. He did the first halftime performance.
Yeah.
And when they opened for him, he told, I guess, like the director or whoever, he was like, do not do anything. It was like a certain movement. And they said, and they ran, he stood there for 2.5 minutes and they was just cheering. And they was like, okay, Michael, go. And the whole time they in his ear, like, Michael, go. Michael, go. And Michael was just standing there. He was like, they was like, no. He literally said, don't move. Don't do nothing. I forgot whatever the cue was, but they literally had to wait for that cue. So I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to John Cena doing that.
Yeah.
And it was just like kind of mind blowing that that's when you know that you're a performer and you can command that type of attention.
Mm-hmm.
What they call it, crowd control.
Yeah.
So now I only know one other artist that has ever done that, and I was blessed to be able to dance with him, and that's MC Hammer. And at the end of every single set, when we do a song, we would have to hold that pose, whatever pose it was. So you have to learn to choose the right pose because you pick the wrong pose, you stuck in this most awkward pose for a good 1.5 to 2 minutes, and you hold that pose until he says defrost. And then you move and you pap and then you go on to the next thing. And he would hold that pose and people would just chant, hammer, hammer, the whole time. He would not move. He would just take it all in, just like when The Rock comes out, sits there, or when The Rock goes to the top rope and he just, that's it. It's that aura. And very few people actually genuinely have it. And
It's
it's
my
we have to give it to them, like we create that aura for them. We have to be the ones who are at the edge of our seats, giving them that energy, for them to have the confidence to be able to do that.
and it's funny you said that
So do you
because
think Breezy
Sarah
got it
wrote,
now?
Breezy's getting it. The thing about Breezy is he's always gonna get knocked. They're never gonna let Breezy get all the way there, unfortunately. But he talent wise, he has it. It's there. There's nobody touching him talent wise. It's just the extracurriculars.
he just got to stop touching women.
He just gotta stop. He just gotta stop doing anything but performing. Just perform. Just perform. Sleep in the venue. Go from the venue to the stage to the next stage. Don't go home. Don't get on the bus. Just perform and go to the studio. Don't do nothing else.
Right.
He been in the game. Never mind. We ain't gonna talk about young Chris Brown. Well, he's not even young no more. He's what, in his 30s.
Yeah, he a grown. He unk.
Now he not quite. Yeah, he probably about an unk.
He 30, 32,
Not Uncle Chris, bro.
30,
Uncle Breezy.
unk breezy.
So
Uncle Breezy.
Oh, we got Edgar in the chat. Let's go.
I'll say I haven't seen them pop up yet, but I guess Sarah's also there. There we go. All right, he just popped up. There you go.
Sarah's live in the chat, bro.
See, we got another social media celebrity in the chat right now. Edgar, that's the SpongeBob guy. That's the one who created the SpongeBob dance right there.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
Shout out to you, Edgar.
Another huge WWE and AEW fan right there too.
Shout out to you. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Oh, Chris is 36. I think Sarah.
Oh, he unk.
Yeah, he Sarah Rose said Chris is 30. She remind me of another regular person that comes on the show. Name is Voorhees. She's like our fact checker. She quick to check facts for us. So shout out to her. Hold on. He put up an emoji that is not coming up on the
It's
platform.
the jellyfishes.
Okay, I'm glad you knew what that was because if I put it up, it's gonna look weird on the screen. It's gonna look weird. See,
He was putting
that's what
those
it pops up as on the
hypercodes.
screen. So, and Sarah just did the same thing. So, yeah. Yeah, we got to use regular emojis. Uh, if y'all using those fancy iPhone emojis, they won't come up.
You're gonna get some question box, some Mario question boxes.
Right. Oh, she was a former journalist. Okay. All right, Sarah. Shout out to you. All right. See, this is what happens with the show, sir. Just to let you know that. So, what wrestlers pick? All right, we're putting you on the spot right now. Pick 5 wrestlers to help
This the
you
bar
get.
one.
Yeah, pick 5 wrestlers to help you get out of a bar fight.
They're all in the bloodline.
Yeah, you
Just
really
just
can't
give
go
me
wrong with
Jacob
any of them.
Fatu and Zilla. I'm good. That's all I need.
You just
You
need
know what I mean?
Jacob.
Okay. So no. Okay.
Now, I'm gonna give
Let
you
me do
some
this the right
leeway.
way. Let me do
I'm
this the
gonna give
right
you
way.
hold on. I'm gonna give you some leeway. They could be
Okay.
either in WWE or AEW
Okay.
or independent. I'm gonna give you because you sound like you well rounded when it comes to
So we're
who
gonna
you know this is
build the
wrestling.
scenario up for him though. Let's build the
Okay.
scenario for him. So Jay, let's say you just got a lunch and everybody's at the bar, we're having a good time. You're like, hey, tomorrow we got a flight to go to, but it's a bar fight at the door. Who are the 5 people you're gonna let help you get outside that door? You gotta make your flight tomorrow morning for a show.
All right. First, I'm gonna send Liv Morgan. I'm gonna send Liv
As a
just,
distraction.
just so as a distraction. Just because she gonna go talk to
I'm
somebody, she gonna get
distracted.
someone to look the other way. She gonna come up. She gonna like do a little belt dance, a little swivel thing situation happen. Cool. And then afterwards, I'm gonna send
You got me
Dom.
already. I'm done.
And then I'm gonna send Dom because Dom's gonna go there and he's gonna come with his chest out because someone's gonna be looking at him sideways, which is gonna distract some other people to go towards Dom. Then I'm sending Jacob to
He about to
send
get
to
Dom
be.
killed.
Yeah, that's cool. Dom could go. He's cool. He's gonna have his girl. We'll send him chicken nuggets in the hospital. He gonna be fine.
His
All right,
nuggies.
I'm
so
gonna
His
sacrifice a
nuggies.
lamb, bro.
he'll send him some nuggets. He gonna be okay. I like Dom. That's why we'll make sure we take care of him in the hospital. Then we send in Jacob Fatu. That's the third homie because he's gonna take pretty much everybody. But just in case he doesn't, I'm sending Braun Breaker behind him. Cool. Because there's no one after Braun Breaker. And then once the police show up, I have Nick Aldis talk to the police when we get there. And that way, at that point, I'm already in the car. We're already on the way to the airport. Nick Aldis is cool. He doesn't have a match. He's a GM. He don't really have to be there until later on. He can handle everything over the phone. And we on the way and we good. And we on the way to Providence to go do Raw. We're good.
Got you. So
Is it
Sarah,
me or has he thought about
hold
this?
on.
This is a thought process.
He did. He thought about this. So Sarah says swivel swivel, laughing emoji. Edgar says sending Dom is wild, crying laughing emoji. And she says send him chicken tenders, laughing my ass off. This is Sarah laughing, rolling, crying
Or
emoji.
or I could do one substitution. Instead of sending Braun, I just send Swerve. I'll send Swerve Strickland.
Okay.
'Cause once I saw him get a staple gun to the tongue, I'm convinced. I'm convinced, bro. Like he don't care. Yeah, so if he don't care about his own tongue, ain't nothing that anybody can do in front of his way. He gon' nah. I
But
seen that. Man,
all right. So
Yeah.
here's my problem with all
You
right.
did it yourself. That was
we
crazy.
we tend not to we all right. Here on Two Fat Guys podcast, we try not to trash talk the other wrestling program because we are diehard believers in you like what you like, go for it. So we openly admit that we are WWE marks. Okay, there are certain things in AEW that we do respect. Then there are certain things in AEW that we just don't understand.
No.
so like stapling your tongue. No, I no. Like I get taking some extreme spots. I get that. I get sometimes trying to push the envelope. I can respect it as a wrestling fan. Hell, we grew up in the Attitude Era. Like, envelope was pushed, sealed, reopened, busted open, and sent back as damaged mail. Okay?
This is mankind. Goodbye.
That was just mankind. Right. How is Mick Foley still alive? Only by the grace of God. But I don't get AEW. I don't get the over spots. Like what they're doing with the Hurt Business 2.0, because that's what they are, the Hurt Business 2.0, and you put MJF with them. I actually like that. I think it's cool. I respect MVP, but MJF is a better mouthpiece. Pause.
That's your free one.
Oh, that's my free one? I did say
everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one, right? Spider-Man.
That was a strong one too.
So that's how I'm just like we don't get it. Real quick comment section. Courtney says Oba, Jacob, Nia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like him, but Seth and CM Punk is high five. They get high out. See, Nia can be sexy, distractive, and dominating at the same time. So I can see that. And Oba and Jacob. Oh my God.
Oh, what about Omos?
Is Omos still with the company?
I feel like him and what's his name? Titus O'Neil are in the same position.
Yeah, they ambassadors.
Yeah, we know what that means.
Right.
Right.
We just send you to be pretty. Sarah says Swervel.
Swivel and Swerve.
Yeah. I said Swervel.
That's like a mixed tag team right there, bro.
Right. Swivel and Swerve. Christian said, yeah, I can't get the staple to the tongue thing either. Shout out to Chris. Welcome to the show, girl. I know you late, but Chris. You was doing something. Don't do that.
I just don't get where do you go from like where do you go? How do you go up from stapling your tongue? Like where do you go from that?
You wonder why these wrestlers
shoot yourself in the foot.
You wonder why these wrestlers can't get health insurance.
Shoot yourself in the foot. Pull a Megan Thee Stallion in the toilet. Yeah. Let it go. Wow.
You know what?
Hit him with the Harlem Nights. He shot me in my pinky toe. Just
shot something. What else? Were you riding on Bobcats?
Thank you, Sarah.
With the staple gun.
Thank you, Sarah. She said, "I like Swervel." Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you.
For me, it's you hit somebody with your seventh finisher in the first minute and a half of the match, and they kick out before one. That's what I don't understand. Just the lack of the no cells, the no protecting moves. Like I'm pretty sure AEW was it AEW or TNA who crowned the super kick party. The Bucks. It's the Bucks, right? Who crowned the super kick party? Yeah, and I'm just like, it used to be so it meant so much more, and because they did that, it allows Jay and Jimmy to get away with what they do, but then also it just puts them into the same funnel of like you have no move set besides these tag moves, so it's just weird, man. I feel like AEW, they're doing all this to get viewership, but at the same time, it's having a negative influence on what the WWE superstars feel like they need to do to get pops down.
But the question is, are they really getting viewerships?
No, they're not.
They're not. Exactly.
They're not. They're not. So you're just taking days off of your superstars' lives. Basically, you're taking days off their career for no reason.
I'm gonna break one down for you. AEW had a show here. Right now, I'm currently in Norfolk, Virginia, and they had a show at the Chartway Arena for AEW, and literally nobody went when I drove past there. So they opened up at 5. I rolled past there at 6:00, and I was like, "Dude, that's not even a line."
So funny story. They was just here in Baltimore like a month or so ago.
They were?
Yeah, they was at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, their gymnasium. So we have like a college, nice size college.
You had to go to a hospital and do a show.
No, shut up. I said University of Maryland, Baltimore County, not the hospital, the school, you idiot.
Well, that's they need. They should do their shows next to hospitals with the spots that they be doing. Like,
well, trust me, the hospital ain't that far. Stock trauma ain't that far. So, but it's a nice size college arena. Like, it's a really nice size venue. And I started laughing when I found out where it was at. And the reason I started laughing is not to mock AEW, but it reminded me of when WCW was on their downturn, and all they was doing was colleges because
Yeah.
that's all they can get booked. Because big arenas wasn't selling them out. So like our arena here is called CFG. They're not going to give you that if you're not going to sell these seats.
Yeah.
And the last time they was here, they didn't sell out. So that's why they couldn't go back to CFG.
Yeah. Didn't they just
Mm.
celebrate them being on the air longer than WCW or something like that, or
Ain't
longer
no
than
way,
running longer
ain't,
than Nitro? But I'm like,
ain't no
but
way in hell. Ain't no way in hell you ran longer than Nitro. I'm gonna have to fact check that one. Ain't no way in the
They
world.
ran longer than Thunder.
They
hey,
probably ran longer than Thunder.
but I'm not gonna use an accolade of running longer than a show that started out inside of a mall. I'm not. That's not a flex. Like, say you've been running longer than like Sunday Night Heat.
I was
Say you
gonna
ran
say
longer than
Heat.
Sunday Night Heat,
I was gonna
or
say Heat or Velocity.
oh no. I mean,
They
no. We
ran
love
longer than
Velocity.
205 Live.
We love Velocity. We love all WWE
Oh,
products.
definitely. Not we not knocking it. We love WWE. We worship
Anybody
entertainment.
heard from 205 Live?
308. Once upon a time, that cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Shout out to
WWE,
Rick
we
Strong,
worship.
wherever you at.
Look, Danny, WWE, we worship entertainment.
Brief pause. So,
We
Brief pause for lower third.
how
lower
about that?
third like that.
So,
Well, okay. Can I
I have
give
a
you a
quick.
small detour?
Sure.
What's up?
Very, very impressed by what's it called? Cruz del Toro in
Oh
that
yeah.
Worlds Collide match. I don't think that he
Oh,
gets enough.
absolutely.
I think I didn't really know he could do a lot of that stuff because he hasn't done anything like that since he had the 247 title or something like that.
The
But
247 title. Oh my god.
I didn't know he can do that, and I still have no idea what Umberto and Angel Garza can do from Legado del Fantasma because I'm focusing on Santos most of the time. So, but
But
I'm
them three
excited.
are
I'm excited for
dangerous.
that though. I'm definitely excited for the merge because
Them merging with
That's
triple
dangerous. Them three are dangerous, bro.
yeah, but them merging with AAA, I think was something that Vince would have never done. But
never.
it needed to be done, just like with the TNA merger, because in Vince McMahon's world, there was only one wrestling product, and that was WWE. Nobody else existed. But now that you're acknowledging these other entities, now us as fans, we come out on top because now we get to see Trick Williams as the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. We saw Jordan Grace debut more than once in a WWE Royal Rumble. Hell, she went after the NXT Women's Championship before she was officially on the roster.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
Mhm.
wild talk.
You know, I'm fucking say his name and he appear just got RKO at WrestleMania.
Good. That's Chris. That's J. Chris Boy, bro.
Yo,
Yo,
I'm sorry. As much
yo.
as I love Joe Hendry and I wasn't on the bandwagon at first, I kind of joined. I'm not fully on the bandwagon, but I respect it more because I get the gimmick. But when he posed and got RKO, yo,
Listen,
Probably one of the best camera spots in a
ever,
long time. In a very,
ever,
very, very long time, bro. That's up there with the Shane McMahon getting hit by the kendo stick and falling.
yes,
Like as far as how they caught that
oh
camera shot, that was
yeah,
like, but that
yo. Sarah says Joe Hendry believes in Jay Chris. That is right.
listen. I wouldn't be surprised to get up there with you one day and start waving the hands.
man, that's the goal. That's the goal.
All right,
Hey
so
man, we're gonna push for it.
this is one of Danny's questions. If you had to promote the dance group to a wrestling promotion that you like, how would you tell them? Like, how would you
Uh,
promote your dance group to a wrestling promotion?
Basically, we are the physical embodiment of music. We are the physical embodiment of aura, and we are the physical embodiment of character. So, if you
Oh
want to take
wow,
your superstar and project their character to the highest level you can do, you need us to get them there. Aside from what you have already done, I feel like with what wrestling promotions do with their characters is there's like this cap that they kind of allow them to reach to, and what they do is they use the belts, the titles, to indicate when they're going to reach these certain caps so they can go with ebbs and flows. So aside from that being the indicator of what their character is, they need something, which is why they create factions and they add more people to these factions to bring the energy and to bring the characters together to make it rise. But with choreography, with intros, with adding numbers, with adding people to bring their themes to life, you give them a temporary faction without having to put them in an entirely long storyline that has to put these people in a faction with them to eventually then separate the faction, doing so forth. Because this is a cycle of how it goes. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just trying to put nicer tires on it. We're trying to make the rims shinier. You know what I mean? We've seen instances where we've had the army of John Cena's where they ran out and they saluted John at WrestleMania and then he ran down their aisle. You know what I mean? So we've seen these small pops of integrating choreography and how it works and how the crowd reacts to it. So there's never really been a time where the crowd never liked any kind of choreography that was added to an entrance, no matter what promotion it's ever been in. So having someone who can really, really embody that and bring that to life and elevate your product, that's what walkout does. Dance does elevate everything.
Wow. Okay. That's what's
Man.
up.
So,
Sarah,
you want to go for WWE? Easy. Look, man.
look,
You're
get your
hired.
words together, sir. Sarah said dance elevates everything, which you just said. Storytelling through movement. I feel like y'all two kind of like
They know each other. I feel like they know each other.
Yeah, I feel like they really know each other because you saying stuff that she's putting in the comments, and I'm kind of peeping that out.
That's it. That's my right hand right there. That's my rib right there. So
See, you know what, my brother? Thank you. Thank you. The reason why I'm saying thank you, because I know what you mean when you say that's my rib. Because when I say that, people look at me like I'm crazy. So you just told me two things about you. One, you know Bible. And two, you know how to recognize your wife. So I salute you on that alone, sir. When you said that's my rib, I knew. I was like, it hit me. I was like, that brother Bible. He know what he talking about.
That brother's Bible.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I like
hey,
it.
look. She said, that's my man. We got you, Sarah.
Hey. Shout out to Miss Yeet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's Jay's wife or maybe Jada. I don't know yet.
We don't know. I'm still hoping for. I want Jaya. We want Jaya back. We want the Jaya era. I don't think Buddy's coming over anytime soon. So let's get a good Jaya run. You know what I mean?
Nah, Jay need to stay home with his wife because when that Jada Parker thing leaked, we don't know
Oh
if it's true or not.
yeah. No extracurriculars. I'm talking about strictly on camera.
But it wasn't Jay though.
No, they said it was Jay.
They said it was Jay. Yeah.
Somebody said it was the dude. It's the dude Adonis.
No, they said it was Jay. They was like Jay Uso and Jada Parker was like Marvin Gaye had something going on. All right, I'm telling you. All right, and after that, and if you notice, after that, when Jay was going on tour for a little while, who was with him? His little Yeet. His son was with him. All right. Think about it. Come back to it later.
They wasn't playing.
Nope.
Nope.
His son, his wife was like,
Jace, go with your dad. He out here making a damn fool of himself.
Right. His wife was like, I'm gonna need you to go with your father. And you know his wife black. You know his wife black.
All of them. All of them.
All of them. Every last one of them.
All of them.
She said security.
She said, I don't care. I don't care if you're the heavyweight champion.
Only place you eating Negro is here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Samoan, yeet here.
Here. You champion everywhere else. Not here though.
Right. Nah. I run this. I run this. I tell you
my ring. My ring.
Right. Danny, Pete, that's my ring.
Yep.
My ring.
She said one word, two letters, me.
Divorce.
That's what she said.
She said it was one word.
Divorce.
Yeah, one word, 7 letters. Divorce.
He said, damn.
Even Jimmy like
one word, 5 letters. Bro.
Even Jimmy like, nah, bro, I'm gonna need you to stop. Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah. In the words of Iron Man, you embarrassing me in front of the wizard, bro. Go about your business.
Go about your business. Man, I got oh my Lord Jesus.
What are one
All
of your
right,
questions
so
for the man?
all right, so is there anyone you want to collaborate with in the future?
Everyone. Everyone. I want. Okay, so here's what I want. I want to work with the superstar for many production. I want to work with the superstar that no one sees it coming. I want the R Truth effect. I want the
Mm,
resurgence. I want the Bailey. I want the. I would have wanted like a Rusev. Like somewhere where it's like, okay, you have to start back at the bottom, and we're gonna really like establish your relationship with this fan base.
right.
And everything that we do is part of you reestablishing that relationship with this fan base. So um, it's a crazy thing because like my man said before we got on the show, I think I only need to work with one, and once I get one, I just need to get
Mm-hmm.
one. So
It's up.
I
Go no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I all right. Let me be transparent for a second.
Go ahead.
Y'all saw the TikTok
Okay.
videos.
Yeah.
Y'all see the Jay Uso video.
Yes.
Jay
Right.
Uso commented on the video.
Did not see that.
Jay Uso commented on the video, so I know it had been seen. And then we saw the WrestleMania entrance. Jay Uso had some choreography. Jay Uso had some dancers. So I know it's on the radar. I know it's possible. You know what I mean? And I know that there's an interest from these individual wrestlers because they're definitely in tune with the younger generation. They're definitely in tune with how they can elevate their personas. So, and you see every award show has dancers. You don't see groundbreaking
Mm-hmm.
performances from these artists when it's just themselves.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, Breezy is amazing, but I'm not watching the hour and a half of Chris Brown by himself.
No.
You know what I mean? So,
Right.
uh, give me Joe because Joe has a cult fan base. You know what I mean? He hasn't necessarily proven anything in the mainstream, but he's the underground hero right now.
Right.
Everybody like he's the fan favorite right now on the other on like the above the indies, but not quite the majors. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would love to come in with his debut. He's getting that pull up to the main roster. We all know it's coming, and we all
He's like in
know.
what is it? What is it? AAA. That's not what is it like before you get called to the majors in baseball. That's what Joe
Yep.
Henry is.
hmm So he's in right now. He's in the G League right now. If you think about it, so
Yeah.
he's because he's above NXT, so he's in that sweet spot. If you really think about it, he doesn't need to go to NXT route. He can get pulled straight in. So they're not bringing him in on a Raw. They're not bringing him in on a SmackDown. He's bringing in. He's coming in on a PLE. Either he might be the because he's still contracted till 2025, so he can't be the mystery person for King of the Ring, but he could pop up at Royal Rumble again.
I
He
mean, you
could
never know because of the agreement that they have
with
with
TNA.
TNA. He
Yeah.
could be the mystery person because look, he's been in the Royal Rumble.
hmm
He was at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He's
For
been
that brief
on,
3 minutes with his whole career.
but look at the pop he got when his music hit. You
This
had a
is true.
whole
Yeah, he did.
stadium of what 50,000 people plus whatever, however they held in there was singing his song. Then he's been in NXT PLEs, so his fan base. Excuse me, his WWE fan base is established. It's there.
But I want to ask you this important thing. Who won King of the Ring last year? Exactly.
Shit, I'm
What,
Are
King of
about
the
you
Ring or Queen of the
no,
Ring?
no.
it-
Gunther.
Yeah, exactly. But look how long it took. You
Because
know
you
what I
know why?
mean?
Because you know why? The only
Gunther
person.
ain't
Because
win
you know
King of the
why?
Ring last year.
Gunther
Gunther
did
won. Yeah,
win.
Gunther did win.
Because remember, it was
He
a
ain't win.
double pin. It was a double pin. Randy Orton actually had him pinned, but the referee counted the wrong count. It was all over. And then when they came on Raw that Monday, they was like the referee decision's final. Gunther is the king of the ring, and people were
Oh yeah,
pissed.
and he gave Randy Orton the other title shot again.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
Oh,
right.
So,
I'm
but
thinking
I'm
about the
saying like
tournament. I'm like,
I don't. Do you waste a Joe Hendry pop on something like King of the Ring, or do you bring Joe Hendry to a SummerSlam or to some or like a Survivor Series and add him? You know what I mean? Like I just don't know if King of the Ring is the best PLE to debut him again. You
King of
know?
the
give
Ring
him a
is not the
SummerSlam.
best PLE.
SummerSlam.
It's not, but I get what you're saying. I was just saying for like argument's sake
Oh
that
yeah.
he could be the mystery guy, but I don't think that's what they waste him on. But then again, we seen dumber things in the
Yeah,
WWE,
yes.
even under the Triple H regime. As
Mhm.
much as I respect Uncle Trips, he has made some dumb decisions as a fan opinion.
Uh, you know what? Give me Wyatt 6 because I love a challenge.
Mm.
Give me a Wyatt 6. Give me the
Ooh,
ability to do something with the Fireflies. Give me the ability to replicate multiple members of the Wyatt 6. Because I always think of everything as like the clone persona. You know, I think back to the VMAs when they had the 100 Slim Shadys following Eminem
Yeah.
out from the street all the way in, everybody dressed
which
the same
which
way, like
John
on
Cena,
some
which John Cena stole for his
that,
entrance video.
exactly. But see, because he saw that it worked. He saw that
Right.
it worked, and he's like, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to go off of what works and something.
The
And I
same
always
way
want
he imitated Truth.
to, yep, that part.
Mm.
WWE always parallels pop culture. So
Oh
whatever's
yeah.
going on in pop culture, it's like I can do that for you. You know what I mean? If that means like scaring the entire audience and making them petrified, I will do that. I can do that. It's just I am someone who is just completely confident in the ability that I love sports entertainment enough to tap into the fandom and really, really put the crowd on the edge of their seats and really appreciate the crowd. That's the thing about like Jay Uso entrance. I didn't think that it really played to what the fans would have loved because at one point I saw all the dancers coming out from the stage, but everybody knows that Jay Uso doesn't come out from the stage. Jay Uso comes out of the
Yeah,
audience.
that
Same
was
thing,
kind of
right?
weird to me. Yeah.
So why was there
So,
no dancers in front of him coming down the steps? You know
all
what I
right,
mean? Like,
so let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
This is not one of the questions, but it just dropped on me because you were talking about the WrestleMania entrance. Bianca Belair
mhm,
every year has hit with her entrance.
mhm.
As a non-professional dancer, as myself, I see it like, damn, that was hot. How would you choreograph her entrance?
uh, I
Just
would
just spitballing.
I would basically just take her. You know how her hair is her thing.
Yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
would literally have her have the longest weave in the history of weaves. I'm
like
talking
a
about
damn,
like the
like,
Coming to America train that she had that the girl
yeah.
had on the end of it. Her weave is going to be that long, and then within that weave, there's little branches broken off connected to other dancers. And they're all
Ooh,
all their ponytails are connected into this one long ponytail, and they're doing her little high step with her coming down the row, and then they disconnect their little things once they get to the ring, and they surround the ring while she's in the center of the ring doing this. They're surrounding the ring doing this as well. At the same time, I'm big on interacting with the audience. So just like how Jay has this, I'm also going to have dancers in the aisleways on the stairs doing this with them too. So it's like a full interactive thing.
oh
My
my god, yeah, that was. I'm just
That's like
hearing this shit is
that's like the
fire.
queen being the worker bees around her.
Yep. That's the one
Yo,
thing. People don't realize that we spend all this money to see these things and we want so bad to be a part of the experience.
right.
We're there to cheer, we're there to give our energy, we're there to support these superstars. But if you give us 1 minute to be a part of it, all we need is a minute and that'll change the rest of their life. You know what I mean? So that's why it's
Mm-hmm.
so special when Jay pulls the kids in and they get to yeet with them. They're gonna remember that for the rest of their life.
Oh yeah,
Or
definitely. I'd say that.
hopefully, you know what I mean? But that's what I would like to do. Like I would like give the audience flags. They should all had little smaller yeet flags. Give them something.
Yeah,
Give them a
just
part of it.
waving them,
Make
just
it
waving them.
yeah.
So look, your rib. This is how I know y'all connected. Because as you are talking this, and I don't know if y'all in the same room or not, but as you're talking about how you would do it, she literally says in the comment, "Connect all the dances, braid together." Ha ha. And then she literally goes, "We have the same mind." LOL. That
Yeah.
is freaky. That as you're
We're not in the same room and we have not even talked about this, but this is
so
just how we yeah, we're just
That's crazy.
that's what's
All
up.
right,
she's
Though. I
so I
also
like
got one for you.
and
that type of
also
connection.
So
Bianca's had dancers already too, so it's like we can't just do the same thing that they've already done. You
Right,
know
but
what I mean? So
that's why I asked you how would you do it because she's had dances like and that the last one they did in LA when that little girl came out with her and come to find like her
mhm.
mother had passed away like that morning and that little girl still came out did her thing. So like to me Bianca's entrance will always stand out because she always glams them up.
Yes, I
But
respect that. I really respect that for her.
but that's why I asked you, because she's an athlete and she does everything, makes her own outfits and so forth and so on. So I'm always gonna have love and respect for that. But that's why I asked you, how would you do? How would you have elevated her if you ever was blessed with the opportunity to elevate her entrance? I
Hmm.
feel like that would probably go down as one of the all time entrances, like the way you just I can visually see that the way you described it.
That's
Because
what they
most people they'll
that's
just, and I love it. And I'm not even in the dance, but I can that's just knowing that how you described it, that A tells me that you are passionate about what you do, because you gave me a very perfect picture. Not
Off
even
the
me,
top.
us, off the top. Your choreograph skills is probably fucking ridiculous to choreograph other people. It's one thing to choreograph yourself, but then you got a group of people behind you doing it. Dude, like I said, the way you just described it, me and Danny sitting here like,
Yo, it's right. Get them like, first of all, how many people in your dance group?
collectively, I want to say we have about 16, 16, 17. It's
Man, if
like,
he just said 60, I'd have left the stage right now. Like, he got the whole DX behind the whole Bullet Club behind him.
yeah,
So
bro,
if you had a
got the whole
chance,
invasion.
if
yo,
you had a chance,
you know,
how would you put the Street Profits choreography? How would you
Which Street
choreograph for
Profit
the
would it be? The current Street Profits or Red Cup Boys?
Red Cup Boys.
Red
Oh,
Cup?
Red Cup Boys is
Red
gonna
Cup
be
boy.
on something. That's literally I'm gonna have a bunch of bodies on the floor already laying down, like as if it was like the aftermath of like a Project X party, and I'm having them come out. It's like they're stumbling out with their cups. They look
Yeah,
around. As soon as the red cups shoot out in the air like they used to, I wish they didn't stop doing that when they would just shoot all the red cups into the air. When they do that, everybody comes alive, boom, and then it immediately turns into a party. And then they just like basically make a whole like I'm really big on like swag surfing, so I'll just have them swag surfing on
yeah.
the sides of the ramp while they're just coming down. Montez does his little hop, the little side to side hop that he does, brings
Right.
the cup up, boom, walks to the center, hits the whoo, whoo, whoo. Everybody, as soon as they're walking down, everybody just boom, 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 like on some same thing. You just make a aisleway because it's just like when the Kings walk through their court and they put the swords together, like for Drew McIntyre when they put the swords together and he walked
Right.
through.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's that fanfare. It's that feeling of being honored or being respected. You know what I mean? And when you have just the people lined up like militant, like it just gives you that pump. I would compare it to like when in the UFC when who is that? Is it the guy who does the and then he shoots the arrow? Is it Piera?
Yeah,
Alex Piera? Yeah, like he does
the
that by
Gagaria.
himself. He has that much aura by himself. Just when he a little like kind of like Oba Femi's thing. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I feel
Yeah,
like Oba might have. It's another
might have took
conversation.
some of it. Might have
He
took
might take
some
a
of it.
little bit of it, but just that
A
aura,
little bit
knowing
of
that
it.
you can put a bunch of people behind it, and just having like, can you imagine if Oba did this, and all of a sudden you see one person, another person join, another person join, another person join, and next thing you know, you got 15 people behind him like this. Like
And then he leads the way walking down, and everybody follows
yeah,
behind him.
it's gonna look like was it Umbaku from Black Panther?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna look like
Yeah.
that, and he has the warriors behind him. That's exactly what you're gonna see. Like, and that's just so
When I see
powerful.
him, that's what I think about. Like, bro, I just want to go
Yep.
high five.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
Man,
I'm sorry. Every time I see him, I'm like, yo, this dude is from Wakanda. You too big to be an American.
you know
There
what?
you
Not
Shut
go.
up,
even
yo.
African. You too big.
Shut up, yo.
Too big, bro.
So the
We
same thing
don't
about
build people
Omos.
like
I'm
that
like,
over
Omos,
here,
where are you
bro.
from, bro? You're not from Detroit. You're not just
Yeah.
from a regular
No,
town.
he's
Oh.
You from
Omos is legit
Lagos. You from
Nigerian,
Lagos, man.
yo.
Stop that.
No, I think he's
See?
really Nigerian. You know how WWE be saying someone is from somewhere, but we know they from like
No,
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 like
Omos is like legit Nigerian, because they did when they went to Africa or like that region to do something. He took them to his village, like where his grandmother and his mother
oh
was
okay,
still living.
okay.
He is the village.
He is the
He is
best.
the village. Shut
He
up,
is
yeah.
the
It's like in Blue
he's
Chips
the
when
hut.
Nick Nolte
He's
went to
the
go find
fire pot.
Shaq. And he was-
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's my
god, yeah.
favorite movie. Don't do
Yeah,
that. Blue Chips,
you are
man.
definitely dating yourself,
hey,
my
bro,
dear sir. I got
Ooh, and
one more.
Nick Nolte or Gary Busey. One of them two.
All
one of
right,
them they look the same.
They do.
they do,
They do.
they
Say
do.
one of them got that lip.
But
Yeah,
Nick Nolte was the one from
48 hours.
48 Hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they
Okay,
both were
okay.
alcoholics. So, all right, two more questions for you.
Okay.
This is wrestling based. Favorite wrestling match and
Mm,
favorite wrestling theme song.
mm.
I think we already know the wrestling theme song.
Yeah, Edge is probably my favorite wrestling theme song.
Okay.
It Leaves, It Breathes, the last one, not the original, not that weird techno version
Yeah,
ones.
no, that was the one that
Um,
was like cutting from the brew.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Um, it sounded like a '90s like cop show, but
Yeah, I didn't
but
think about that. You're right.
right. I would say favorite match. It's probably gonna have to either be one of the TLCs with Edge and Christian and Hardy's,
Okay.
or the I can't remember. This is gonna sound bad because it's one of my favorite matches. It's not necessarily my favorite match, but it's my favorite entrance. It always stands out. The WrestleMania when Shawn Michaels rode the zip line
Okay.
and he had
was
Jose
that was that
whatever
12?
as his
That
trainer.
yeah, that was the Iron Man match.
Iron Man. Well, but who?
It WrestleMania 12.
WrestleMania 12. Okay,
Yeah, that was Bret
this
Against
Hart,
Bret
Hell
Hart.
in
Yep.
Bret.
but that's not the screw. That's before screw job though, right?
That was after the screw job.
Yeah, that was
No, that was
before.
before. That
That's
was
before
before
the
the
screw
screw
job,
job.
right?
Yeah.
Because I
Screw
remember
job
that's
was
when
that
he
5 on the
debuted. That's when he debuted the white and gold pants. He never wore
Yeah.
the white and gold with her,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always like, those are hard. Like I was like, all right, cool. So it's probably one of those a TLC. It's never been a anything post Attitude Era. I don't
Okay.
really have any like current like favorites, just because I just feel like a lot of them are kind of replicating certain spots from the past. So the most crazy out of caught me off guard spot to this day is still the RKO from Seth out of the stomp. Like when he went for the stomp,
First,
went up and he caught him in the RKO.
first
That's
of all,
probably the spot that I've
Mm.
never like. So that moment is probably my favorite like in match moment.
okay.
But other than that, it's gonna be something from Attitude Era, just because it was so raw in that back
I
then. And so
I think when it
Mine
comes
is
to
Evan
Randy,
Bourne when he got RKO because I haven't seen Evan Bourne came back and went to AEW and
oh
won a belt.
the he got
so
RKO'd into another promotion.
yeah,
Just a
right. So
promotion.
I was going to touch on that. I said Randy's not fair. Randy's not fair because the Evan Bourne,
hmm
what
Dead,
he just did last night,
To Carmelo,
Carmelo.
dead.
and he knows it, and he's because he smiles and he laughs as soon as that happens. It's like
Randy Orton up. No, it was his
That's off the
wife.
bucket list. Just
His wife uploaded a family video. Them sitting poolside, the kids is playing. Randy's sitting on the side of the pool. He RKs on his son as he goes to dive in the pool. He RK'd his own son out of nowhere into the pool, yo.
uh,
His wife goes, Randy, why? And I'm
fellas, we
like,
have to
why
understand.
not?
why
This is
not?
the guy that
They gotta
punted his
learn.
boss in the face.
What'd you say, yo?
This is the guy who punted his boss in the face
This is
and
And
true.
basically
knocked him
killed his
clean out.
boss.
But you
Do
know
you
what
think
though?
he'll
But
be
back,
allowed? Do you think they'll allow him to punt kick Miles Bourne? Yeah, that was a little bit too much. Okay, yeah, got,
we
got,
here at Two Fat Guys Podcast does
got a
not
little.
endorse the abuse of individuals.
I mean, he's the next. He's the next Randy, right? So it's gotta be a rite of passage, you know. But I just feel like they could go terribly wrong if he does that. And
Yo, you know who I want to see? I know he did it already. What's my dude's name from NXT? Bouncy.
oh, Javon,
I know he did it to him before. I just want to see him do it again. The way he arcade on him, yeah.
he did it passionately because he mad that he took his move. I want to see him RKO Cody too, because I still feel like he feels some type of way about the Cody cutter.
I mean,
So
I'm gonna be
Oh
honest
yeah,
with you. I look, I know I'm about to catch some slack, so I'm for it. Aiming at me. I want to see him RKO. Oh my god, Solo. No, not Solo.
Jacob,
No. The girl from NXT that does that corner
oh Sol
RKO.
Ruka,
Yeah, Sol Ruka. I don't know
yeah.
why, but I want to see her catch one. Like,
Anybody that does a cutter needs to catch one at some point.
yes.
yeah. That's your
I want to see
initiation.
him
You didn't
give
do it,
Diamond
gotta get
Dallas
caught.
Page, give Diamond Dallas Page a RKO just because.
They came close. They came close one time when they was in WWE together, and he
Mhm.
went to hit him, and Diamond ducked and rolled out
Ducked
the
out,
ring.
yeah.
And he was like, mm.
What? You catch me one in the
He was
middle of
just
them
like,
yoga stretches? Boom.
Yo, we
It's over.
want to once again say thank you, sir, for taking time out of your day, your life, to come hang out with us
Yes.
here at Two Fat Guy Podcast. We salute you, sir, and thank you for first of all being and once again being the premier guest on this new topic.
Thank you, guys, man.
We encourage you, yo. We will continue to support you through social media. If you ever find yourself in Baltimore, come holler at me. I will take you out to get you a real crab cake and show you how to eat crabs for real. How we do it on the East Coast.
I'm on the way.
All right, guys.
Yo,
Don't forget Sarah. Y'all bring Sarah with you.
We going to Baltimore.
Yeah, me and the moderator, who is wifey, we call wifey the moderator because she stayed putting people in timeout. Yo, Daddy, 2 shows, no timeout, yo. 2 shows, you not in timeout. This is streak.
I'm undefeated right now in this season.
Season 3, you undefeated right now.
Undefeated.
Next week may not be the same thing.
Nothing is promised. Nothing is promised.
Nothing is promised.
Nothing is promised.
But we would definitely support you, my brother. As always, we first of all, we say love you. Thank you for what you're doing. And thank you to your lovely wife, Sarah. She just said, LOL, bring me. So shout out to your lovely wife, Sarah. Thank her for chiming in on the chat. We appreciate y'all so much, man.
Yeah, definitely got to say thank you for that, man. I think this is, with social media and internet, people are laxy-daisy now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when it comes to dancing and art, they don't look at it the way we are. Like, we in our 40s. We know what it means to be outside. And the music come on from your neighbor's house. You usually walk across the house, start dancing.
Yep.
We know that feel, but this era forgets that this is you're not doing the same that we used to do. This is a dying art. So the fact that you're doing it, reliving it, reviving it for a new era, I gotta give you your kudos. That's why every time I see you, like, nah, bro, we gonna need you on the show for some more episodes too.
And not just reviving it, but you recreating it. Like, you created your own lane, blending it with the sports entertainment, because at the end of the day, dance is entertainment, wrestling is entertainment, and you found a way to combine both of them. So we definitely appreciate that. You can find this gentleman on all social media platforms under the name J. Chris Moore. That is J. Chris Moore on all social media platforms. Sarah, you are more than welcome. Thank you for enjoying the show. We will support you guys whenever, however, and forever. Because we are definitely here to support Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs, and that is the purpose of Bosses. So we thank you, sir. Like I said, you can find Jay on Instagram, Facebook. Do you have a YouTube?
Yes, I do.
YouTube? Are you on Lemon?
I'm not yet, but I should be probably, because I don't know how long this TikTok stuff's gonna go on. So.
Okay, Lemon and TikTok are owned by the same people.
Same thing, yeah, right?
Yeah. So Facebook, Instagram,
Adam Rose.
Shut up, yo. TikTok. Shit.
Don't be a lemon. That song would be hard to rock with you, bro. That'll be a hard song to rock to, bro.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
What 2 wrestlers do you guys want to see me choreograph to next?
Oh.
One for each of you guys.
Have you done any female wrestlers yet?
Just Bianca, Rhea. I'm working on Io Sky, and I'm working on what's her name?
You got to do Bailey.
I'll do Bailey.
Yeah, do Bailey. Bay Area shout out, Bay Area connection. That's okay. Bailey, and it's this Aleister Black.
Ooh,
that song by itself. First of all, that song, come on. I'm already going 35 down the street. But when the beat drop, I turn into 80, 90, 100. I feel my engine talk about, boy, slow down. That song has to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, Aleister Black and Bailey. Those are my 2.
My 2?
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it up for you. Alberto Del Rio.
Ooh.
Okay.
Del Rio and Dom.
Dirty Dom. All right, I'm gonna get my bilingual on. Let's get it.
All right, yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna be looking for those because I'm one of those fans that be like, I told him do that.
I'm definitely gonna be that guy.
Say less. Say less.
So
No,
yeah,
80
but
years old. Like, remember when I told you to do that dance, that Del Rio dance?
that Rio dance. But yeah, definitely. Y'all support this brother. If you are
Yes.
a dance fan, if you're a wrestling fan, if you're a wrestling fan that loves dance, or if you're a dance fan that loves wrestling, this is your guy right here. So check him out on all social media platforms. J. Chris Moore. Are you on X?
Yeah, same thing. I think it's a Young
Okay.
J Chris. So you can find me on X too.
Okay. So Young J. Chris on X, and all the other ones is J. Chris Moore, sir. We salute you. We thank you. We do want you to hang out for a little bit before we close out the show. On to some housekeeping stuff. I've been telling y'all know I've been doing the music thing. The EP is still doing great. So if you want to listen to the EP, Collabs Volume 1, go to Spotify and look up my name, Kevin Crazy Gross, Krayze, or search for The Collabs, KHALABS is how you
You
spell
don't
it.
know how to
Yes,
spell your own album?
look, blood, you know I'm dyslexic and I spelt it black. So all of it just got jammed in my head real quick.
Walk
Uh
out.
so if you're looking for some good R&B hip hop on one tape, that's where you go to the
It's
collabs.
called Collabs.
Collabs. Yeah, exactly. Right. KHALABS. Rose Simmons, my sweetheart. Her album is out on Spotify and Apple Music, doing very well. Losing My Way. So y'all guys go check that out. Rose Simmons on Apple and Spotify and some other streaming platforms. But if you want to buy it and listen to it directly, those are the ones you go to. We got my man Raheem. Matter of fact, Chris, I hope you're listening. Chris, I hope you're listening. I'm gonna say it one more time. Chris, I hope you're listening. My man Raheem Anderson, who is featured on the Collabs album and on Rose Simmons albums. We're dropping his album very shortly. He has a single that is dropping next Friday on the 20th. On the 20th, called No Need. I'm gonna give y'all a sample because if you haven't seen it on my Facebook, that means you ain't subscribed to me. And I got a problem with that. But I'm gonna give y'all a little sample real quick.
I really thought you said no
No need
knees
for
at first.
grand adventures, no need to roam so far. Just the comfort of your presence, shining like a star. Got that feeling rising up, a melody so bright. Gonna soak it all in, fill our spirits with the light. Cause today we gonna groove a little closer, feel the sunshine in our soul.
All right, that's all you're gonna get. So,
Hey.
all right,
Sure.
so
Put your toe in
Raheem,
the water, why don't you?
right? So Raheem Anderson singles drops everywhere, on every streaming platform. Know the man. It's dropping. Raheem Anderson is called No Need. So check it out. The album is coming in the next few weeks. We gotta get that sent off the mastering and get that sent back. So that's coming in a few weeks. And of course, you know, all the music was done by your boy, me, and Raheem wrote the entire album by himself. He is a Maryland guy. He is from PG County, and you know we support local. So check it out next Friday when it hits all the streaming platforms. And Jay, one of our viewers wants to know, can you do a Trick Williams?
Oh, I did already.
Oh,
It's on
you
my
did?
page. If you see it, yeah, we did it
Yeah.
in the. It's in the
Okay.
medley. Yeah. So most of the ones that were in that first initial stage performance that we put up on TikTok, we're going to do individual, smaller, little concept videos for. So we'll definitely be posting more content soon. But definitely, it's on there. If you look at my page on TikTok or IG, you'll definitely see the Trick Williams one on there.
All right, so
That's when arm thing like this.
Yep. That whoop that trick.
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
Courtney, you heard it. Go check his page out on TikTok, J. Chris Moore. Chris, I know you love him. That's why I gave you the sample. Chris is like so in love with Raheem. It's just ridiculous. She never even met the man, but she's so in love with him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Calm
Yeah.
your ass down. Oh,
Yep.
your wife Sarah said Trick is the reason we were able
Yep.
to perform at
He's the
WrestleMania.
initial reason. Yep.
Okay, much respect to him. That's what's up.
Trick is in
Shout
the
out to
culture,
Trick
bro. You know
Williams.
he also battle rap, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were supposed to perform with Trick at Wale Mania, and then some things fell through, and he wasn't able to perform. But he definitely still connected us with Kazim from Wale Mania, and he was like, he's just a real one. Trick is a real one. He the realist.
yeah, because him and Francis, aka
AJ.
Top Dollar, yeah, AJ
About
Francis, aka Top Dollar, they did like a little thing online when they was going back and forth. And I
yep.
thought that was pretty cool. And I think AJ catches a lot of slack. He is from Baltimore. He is a real rapper. And the dude got bars.
He got
So
serious bars.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you listen to him on his battles, like when he's actually doing like freestyle battles, he crushes people.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Um,
am I the only one that heard Montez Ford's album?
but
Montez Ford.
who?
He got an album?
Right.
Yeah, it's on Spotify. He got a
Huh?
song with him. I think it's him, AJ Francis. And what's the one who used to be the Moth? What's his name?
The off.
The
The
Moth.
fuck?
Moth, Man of the Hour. The short dude he people used to be with Bobby Lashley.
Oh, he talking about
Cedric? Not Cedric. That's Cedric.
no,
Oh, the short dude.
the
You
little
couldn't
short
catch him all the time. Always running around.
I can't think of his name. I know who you talking about because he does rap. He does rap.
Yeah.
Oh
What
my
is his
god,
name?
he is tatted up now. I
What
can't.
is his name, bro? He used to run out there, couldn't catch him. Short black dude with the bush. He was Bobby Lashley's little lackey when he first came into WWE.
I
That's
can't
not Don't
remember.
Jimmy. I know who you talking about because I can see his face clear as death. Why my
Yeah.
wife back here yelling Jimmy? That is not who it is.
Not Jimmy. He don't look like a Jimmy.
He look like
No,
a
it's-
Jimmy. He could be a Jimmy.
He over here saying little
He
Jimmy.
look like a
That's
Jimmy.
our truth.
What is
What is his name, yo?
But
We're
it's
gonna
him,
sit up here
it's
all night.
Montez Ford, him, AJ Francis, and I think Dawkins. They got a song together. It's like a 10 song LP on Spotify. It's actually pretty good.
I know BFAB is trying to do music too. So
Yeah.
BFAB, boy, I gotta do her song. I met her at World of WWE, and she was like, "You got to choreograph to mine," and I was like, I got you, BFAB. I got you."
Yeah. I really want to know his name now.
I'm like really trying to Google it right now, like because
It's
this is when he
Carlito.
was.
No, I was kidding.
No, this is when he was the almighty Bobby Lashley. That's when he was the
Yeah.
almighty.
Almighty Bible, who was the short dude that was with him?
Hold on,
When he
I'm
wore the
trying to Google it.
headband, when he wore the Nike headband, still.
I wonder the name was Jay something.
Nah, hold on. Who was the guy with? Okay, I'm like literally Googling this as we talk. Y'all talk amongst yourself.
I feel really. I'm mad at
Myself.
myself that I don't know this. What is this thing's name?
Until we get that right, I still got the Psycho music, the album, instrumental albums coming out again soon. Part 4, the final one, and we doing the remixes coming out by Christmas. So I got a lot of Psycho designs coming up, graphic designs, few jerseys on the way out. Working on a snapback for you fat guys, so that's gonna be one in the making.
Go, let's go.
Yeah, trying to do a snapback and a bubble coat. It's getting a little cold over here on the East Coast.
I need to tap in.
I'm gonna need you to stop. Leo Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
we were not leaving here tonight until we put
Wasn't
that.
he in
together.
NXT too for a little minute? Didn't he do?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, very short though. But then he went to AEW and not AEW, TNA, and then something happened with him down there, and he wanted to get let go.
And now he turned into a little black Finn Balor.
Lord Jesus.
You see the little thing, got the little demon heart and spitting out the blood and stuff sitting in the corner. Man, you wasn't doing that at first.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have come to the
cut me up.
conclusion
Why
of the
you
show.
being racist?
Because I am. We have come to the conclusion of the show, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, we'd like to thank our guest, our special guest, J. Chris Moore, for taking time out of his day to come holler at us. And thank you guys once again for taking time out to come hang out with us for the last hour and a half or so, hanging out with two fat guys on the shenanigans. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can find us everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right, so two fat guys podcast 99 at gmail.com is the email. So if you want to email us and say, hey guys, we appreciate you, or I have a show idea, or hey, I like to be a guest on your show because I think we can talk about something. Two fat guys podcast 99 at gmail.com. Facebook, it is two fat guys podcast. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Two Fat Guys Podcast 99 and on Spotify, Two Fat Guys Podcast. I know I was supposed to upload the episode from last week to Spotify, but we had some audio issues in the beginning. I'm trying to clean them up. If not, I'm just probably going to upload it as it is. So we'll see. This one will go up next week also by Wednesday. So if you want to hear just the audio version of it, or I'm also probably going to post this video on Spotify, it's Two Fat Guys Podcast. If you are not subscribed to Two Fat Guys Podcast on Spotify, Shame on you.
That's two
Shame
words
on
for
you.
you.
Subscribe now. Those are 2 words.
Two
Subscribe
words.
now.
Yeah, they the 2 words. Yeah.
They're 2 words, right?
Yeah.
So, but we thank you. We thank y'all so much. And as we say before we leave, goodbye. So well. And once again, tell a friend to tell a friend that is Two Fat Guys Podcast. We love y'all.
Gonna tell them the truth one time. I thought they knew.